Hi guys, this is Ravi and you are listening to me on the Nifty BN channel. In this video, I would teach you how to build a simple EMA crossover buy sell alert system in Excel. There would be two parts to this module and this is the first part. Want to meet like-minded traders and discuss option strategies, adjustments and more? Just type in Discuss Nifty in your Telegram search box and join the friendly trader community. You would be learning the following. What are SMA and EMA? What is the calculation formula for SMA and EMA? What is the difference between SMA and EMA? So what is SMA? SMA stands for Simple Moving Average. It is the average of the closing prices for the time period chosen. The 5-day SMA, for example, is the average of the last 5 closing prices, including today. In general, long-term SMAs such as 100 and 200-day SMA are more slowly affected by dramatic price swings, whereas short-term SMAs such as 20 and 50-day SMA will be faster to respond. SMAs are popular for their ease of ability to illustrate the long-term trend of a security. If the line is trending up, the security is strengthening, whereas a downward trend shows a weakening of that security. But it has its limitations. It is a lagging indicator that relies on historical data completely. By the time you get to know what the trend really is, it might be too late. Now to EMA. EMA stands for Exponential Moving Average. It is not as simple to calculate as the SMA. It gives more weight to the recent data in comparison to the SMA. Giving more weight to the most recent data makes the exponential moving average sensitive to the recent price changes. That is, the exponential moving average gives a higher weight to recent prices, while the simple moving average assigns equal weight to all values. The following steps are taken in the calculation of exponential moving average. Step 1. The calculation needs to start with a simple moving average. The calculation of the SMA is quite straightforward. First, we simply find the closing prices of the underlying for a particular period. Then we divide the total sum of all these prices with the same time period. Simply put, we find the average of the closing prices of the underlying for a particular period. That is, the 5-day simple moving average is the average of the last 5 closing prices, including today. Step 2. Calculating the exponential moving average requires a multiplier. This is calculated as 2 divided by time period plus 1. So if we want to calculate the moving average for a 5-day period, we will calculate the multiplier as 2 divided by 5 plus 1, which comes to about 0.33. Step 3. Now finally, to calculate the exponential moving average, we will use the formula closing price minus EMA of the previous day times the multiplier plus EMA of the previous day. For the first time, we will use the simple moving average of the previous day in place of the exponential moving average of the previous day. Now to the EMA crossover system. Exponential moving average crossover is one of the most commonly used technical indicators to identify trend following trading opportunities. A long trade is entered when the short term exponential moving average crosses over the long term exponential moving average because it indicates a change in trend. The vice versa is also true, that is, a short trade is entered when the long term EMA crosses over the shorter EMA. For this exercise, we will be using the 5-day and the 13-day EMA. A buy signal is triggered when the 5-day EMA crosses above the 13-day EMA, and a sell signal is triggered when the 13-day EMA crosses above the 5-day EMA. Now, without any further delay, let's get to the topic of the video. Point your browser to finance.yahoo.com. Type in Nifty 50 in the search box at the top of the page. Click on the first result. Now, click on the Historical Data tab to get the historical data of the Nifty 50 index. Copy the link in the browser address bar. You will need this in the next step. Now open Excel and create a new document by clicking the blank workbook area. Click on the Data tab. In the ribbon of the Data tab, click on From Web. The From Web wizard window will open. This is where we put the link we copied from finance.yahoo.com. There are two modules available, Basic and Advanced. For this exercise, we only need Basic mode. Click OK. Excel will now attempt to connect to the website. This may take a few seconds. We will see a Access Web Content video if it does. Select the level with the full URL on select which level to apply these settings to. Click Connect. We will see a progress window. The navigator window will open and we will see a list of tables from the website on the left. When we select one, we will see a table preview on the right. Let's select the Table 2 table as it is the most relevant for this exercise. Click on the Load button. The web table will be loaded in Excel after a few seconds. We will see the data on the left and the query used to get the data from finance.yahoo.com on the right. Notice that the data is loaded into the spreadsheet as an Excel table. It's already set up for us to be able to filter or sort the data. Scroll down to check whether the data is loaded correctly. To save the file, go to File and click on Save As. Select this PC and then name the file as desired. Here I named it as Buy Sell Alert System. Click Save. Now let's see how we can set the table to refresh data automatically each day. On the Data tab, in the Queries and Connections group, click the arrow under Refresh All and then click Connection Properties. On the Usage tab, enable Refresh Data when opening the file option and set the time to refresh to 1440 minutes. 1440 minutes corresponds to 1 day. Click OK. Notice that the data is loaded into Sheet 2. Now comes the interesting part. Go to Sheet 1 and type in the formula for the multiplier for calculating 5 and 13-day EMA. As discussed earlier, the formula is 2 divided by time period plus 1, which comes to about 0.33 for 5 EMA and 0.14 for 13 EMA. Let's create a table with 4 columns, one for the 5 EMA, second for the 13 EMA, third for the comparison between 5 EMA and 13 EMA, and the fourth for the actual buy-sell signal text. The calculation needs to start with the simple moving average. The 5-day SMA is the average of the last 5 closes, including today. For this exercise, we are just interested in the closing price column. So we have to start with the 97th row for calculating the 5-day EMA and with the 89th row for calculating the 13-day EMA. Go to sheet 1 and on the 97th row corresponding to the 5 EMA column, type in the formula to calculate the average of the last 5 rows in the close price column on sheet 2. On the 96th row, type in the formula to calculate the 5-day EMA and round off to the second decimal place. Now select the D96 cell and rest your cursor in the lower right corner so that it turns into a plus sign. Drag the fill handle up the cells that you want to fill. When you let go, the formula gets automatically filled to all the cells. Repeat the same procedure for calculating the 13-day EMA. That is, on the 89th row, corresponding to the 13 EMA column, type in the formula to calculate the average of the last 13 rows in the close price column on sheet 2. On the 88th row, type in the formula to calculate 13-day EMA and round off to the second decimal place. Now select the E88 cell and rest your cursor in the lower right corner so that it turns into a plus sign. Drag the fill handle up the cells that you want to fill. When you let go, the formula gets automatically filled to all the cells. Now to the comparison column. Here we compare the 5 EMA and 13 EMA columns using the if condition function. The function returns 1 if 5 EMA is greater than 13 EMA and minus 1 if 13 EMA is greater than 5 EMA. Now to the final column. Whenever a minus 1 precedes a plus 1, a buy signal is triggered. And whenever a plus 1 precedes a minus 1, a sell signal is triggered. Here we check for two things. If a value in a row is different from the value in the previous row, that is, if a minus 1 follows a plus 1 or a plus 1 follows a minus 1. If the value in the previous row is either plus 1 or minus 1. The function returns buy if a plus 1 follows a minus 1 and sell if a minus 1 follows a plus 1 and a blank value in all other cases. To plot the crossover, select both 5 EMA and 13 EMA columns until the 89th row. Go to the Insert tab. Under Charts group, click on Recommended Charts. Insert Chart dialog box will open. Select Line Chart and click OK. Right-click the chart axis and click Format Axis. Select the Categories in Reverse Order checkbox. Resize the chart as needed, stretching or shrinking with the corner handles. Name the chart as desired. Here I named it 5x13 EMA crossover. The system works this way. You go long when the 5 EMA crosses above the 13 EMA and exit the long position when the 13 EMA crosses above the 5 EMA. In the next part of this video, we will learn how to write a macro which will send an email automatically when a buy or sell signal is generated. Thank you for watching. Please post any questions you have in the comment section. Also, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. To find us on Twitter and Telegram, use the username NiftyBN. Also, I post some of my trades to the community tab, so don't forget to check that from time to time.